my name is Sophie. I am 22 years old, and this is my story. It is not a happy story, but it is a true story. It is about my family, my heart, and a small, beautiful necklace. My life was simple before. I lived with my mother and my father. We had a small house with a big garden. My mother loved the garden. She planted red flowers and yellow flowers. Every morning, she went outside to look at her flowers. She would smile, and her smile was like the sun. My father worked in the city. He left early in the morning. He came home late at night. He was a quiet man. He did not talk much, but he loved my mother. I could see it in his eyes. When he looked at her, his eyes were soft. They were full of love. I loved them both. They were my world. Our family was small, but it was strong. I thought we would be like this forever. But life can change very fast. You learn this when you get older. My mother got sick last year. It was a slow sickness. At first, it was just a small cough. Then she felt tired all the time. The doctor said it was serious. My mother was brave. She smiled every day. But I could see the sadness in her eyes. My father took care of her. He cooked for her. He read books to her. He held her hand. I watched them together. Their love was quiet, but it was deep. I thought their love was the strongest thing in the world. My mother had a favorite necklace. It was very special. It was not made of gold or diamonds. It was made of silver. It had a small blue stone in the middle. The stone looked like a drop of water, or maybe a piece of the sky. The necklace was a gift from her mother, my grandmother. My grandmother gave it to her on her wedding day. My mother wore it every single day. It was always there, around her neck. It was part of her. When I think of my mother, I see her smile. And I see that blue stone. She told me stories about the necklace. She said it was a lucky necklace. She said it held all the love of our family. One day, Sophie, she told me, this necklace will be yours, and you will give it to your daughter. I held her hand when she said that. I felt the warmth from her skin. I saw the love in her eyes. The sickness got worse. My mother became weak. She stayed in her bed all day. The sun was shining outside. The flowers in her garden were beautiful, but my mother could not see them. The house was quiet. The only sound was the clock on the wall. Tick, tock, tick, tock. It was a sad sound. My father was there. I was there. We sat with her. We talked to her. We told her we loved her. She smiled, but her smile was tired. One morning, she did not wake up. The house was so still. My father held my hand. His hand was cold. We cried together. We cried for a long time. My heart felt broken. It was a pain I cannot explain. Maybe you have felt a pain like that. It feels like a hole inside you, a hole that will never be filled. My mother was gone. The world felt different. The colors were not as bright. The food did not taste good. Everything was gray. The flowers in the garden looked sad. I did not want to look at them. They reminded me of her. After she passed away, my father became even quieter. He went to work. He came home. He ate his dinner. He watched television. He did not talk about my mother. I think it was too painful for him. I did not talk about her either. We lived in our small, quiet house. We lived with our sadness. I tried to be strong for him. I cleaned the house. I cooked the meals. I tried to make things normal again. But nothing was normal. How can life be normal when a piece of you is missing? One day, I was cleaning my mother's room. Her clothes were still in the closet. Her books were on the table. Everything was the same. It was like she would walk in any minute. But I knew she would not. I opened her jewelry box. It was a small wooden box. She kept her special things inside. I saw her rings. I saw her earrings. But the necklace was not there. The special necklace with the blue stone. It was gone. I looked everywhere. I looked in all the drawers. I looked under the bed. I looked in the closet. The necklace was not there. I felt a small panic in my chest. Where was it? I went to my father. He was sitting in his chair, reading the newspaper. "Father," I said, "I cannot find Mother's necklace." He put down his newspaper. He looked at me. His eyes were tired. "Which necklace, Sophie?" he asked. "Her favorite one," I said. "The one with the blue stone, from Grandmother." He looked away. He looked out the window. "Oh," he said, "that one. I put it away, for safekeeping." I felt relieved. "Oh, okay. Where is it?" I asked. I wanted to see it. I wanted to hold it. It would feel like holding a piece of my mother. "It is in a safe place," he said. "Don't worry about it." He picked up his newspaper again. The conversation was over. I thought it was strange. Why would he not tell me where it was? But my father was grieving. I did not want to upset him, so I let it go. I trusted him. He was my father. A year passed. 1 whole year without my mother. The pain was still there, but it was softer. It was like a scar now. It reminds you of the wound, but it does not hurt as much. My father started to change a little. He started to talk more. He even smiled sometimes. A small, sad smile. But it was a start. I was happy to see him smile. I wanted him to be happy again. We both deserved to be happy. We started a new routine. Every Friday, we went out for dinner. Just the two of us. We went to a small Italian restaurant in the city. The food was good. The place was quiet. It was our special time together. We would talk about my work. We would talk about his work. We did not talk about the past. We only talked about the present. I worked at a small library. I love books. I love the smell of old paper. The library was my quiet place. It was my escape. When I was there, I did not feel so lonely. One Friday, I went to the restaurant early. My father called me. He said he would be a little late. He had to finish something at work. I said it was okay. I told him I would wait for him. I found a nice table near the window. I ordered a glass of water. I watched the people outside. The city was busy. Everyone was going somewhere. Everyone had a story. I was reading my book when I looked up. I saw my father. He was standing outside the restaurant, but he was not alone. There was a woman with him. She was tall. She had long, dark hair. She was wearing a red dress. They were talking. My father was smiling. It was not a small, sad smile. It was a big, happy smile. A smile I had not seen in a long, long time. I felt a strange feeling in my stomach. It was not a good feeling. Who was this woman? Why was my father smiling like that? They came inside the restaurant. They did not see me. They were looking at each other. They walked past my table. My father's hand was on her back. They sat at a table in the corner. It was a romantic table with a small candle. My heart started beating fast. My father was on a date. He was with another woman. I did not know how to feel. A part of me was happy for him. He was not lonely anymore. But another part of me felt sad. It felt like he was forgetting my mother. It felt like our family was changing again. I stayed at my table. I did not want them to see me. I felt like I was spying on them. But I could not leave. I just sat there, watching them. The woman was laughing. She had a beautiful laugh. She touched my father's arm. He smiled at her. They looked happy together. Then I saw it. Around her neck. She was wearing a necklace. It was a silver necklace. It had a small blue stone in the middle. The stone looked like a drop of water, or a piece of the sky. It was my mother's necklace. The room started to spin. I could not breathe. My hands were shaking. It could not be. It was impossible. There must be another necklace like it. It must be a different necklace. But I knew in my heart. I knew that shape. I knew that color. I had looked at that necklace every day of my life. It was my mother's. The woman with my father was wearing my mother's necklace. The blood in my body felt cold. I felt sick. Why? How? My father said he put it away. He said it was in a safe place. Was this his safe place? Around the neck of another woman. I wanted to stand up. I wanted to walk over to their table. I wanted to scream. I wanted to ask him, "What is this? What have you done?" But I could not move. I was frozen. I just sat there. My water was on the table. My book was open. But I did not see them. I only saw the necklace. The woman touched the necklace. She smiled. My father looked at the necklace. He smiled too. It was like they were sharing a secret that I was not a part of. Tears started to run down my face. I did not make a sound. I just cried, quietly. I felt so alone, more alone than ever before. My mother was gone. And now, this felt like she was being erased, replaced. Her special necklace, the one that held all the family's love, was now on someone else. A stranger. I stood up slowly. My legs felt weak. I put some money on the table for my water. I walked out of the restaurant. I did not look back. I could not look back. I walked home. I did not take the bus. I just walked. The city was noisy. The lights were bright, but I did not see or hear anything. I was in my own world, a world of pain and confusion. Who was she? How long had my father known her? Did he love her? And the biggest question, the one that hurt the most, why did he give her my mother's necklace? When I got home, the house was dark and empty. I went to my room. I sat on my bed. I thought about my father's words. It is in a safe place. He had lied to me. My father, my quiet, honest father, had lied to my face. The trust I had for him felt broken. It was like a glass that had been dropped on the floor. It was shattered into a million tiny pieces. I did not know if I could ever put it back together again. I heard the front door open. My father was home. I heard his footsteps. He walked past my room. He did not stop. Maybe he thought I was asleep. I did not go out to see him. I did not want to see him. I was too angry. I was too hurt. I lay in my bed all night. I did not sleep. I just thought. I thought about my mother. I thought about her smile. I thought about her love. I felt like I had to protect her memory, and my father was destroying it. The next morning, I woke up early. I felt tired. My eyes were red from crying. I went to the kitchen to get some water. My father was there. He was making coffee. "Good morning, Sophie," he said. He smiled at me. His normal, everyday smile. I did not smile back. I just looked at him. I think he knew something was wrong. His smile disappeared. "Are you okay?" he asked. "You left the restaurant last night. I called you. You did not answer." I did not know he had called me. I had not looked at my phone. "I saw you," I said. My voice was quiet. It was shaking. He looked confused. "You saw me? Where?" "At the restaurant," I said. "I was there. I saw you with her." His face changed. He looked surprised. And then he looked guilty. He knew what I was talking about. He put his coffee cup down. "Sophie," he said, "we need to talk." I did not want to talk. I wanted to run away. But I knew I had to do this. I had to know the truth. "Who is she?" I asked. He took a deep breath. "Her name is Clara," he said. "She works with me." "Are you together?" I asked. The word felt strange in my mouth. He nodded slowly. "Yes, for a few months now." A few months. It felt like a lifetime. He had been seeing this woman for months, and he had not told me. He had kept this secret from me. I felt the anger rise in my chest. It was hot and sharp. "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked. My voice was louder now. "I wanted to," he said. "I was waiting for the right time. I didn't want to hurt you." "Hurt me?" I said. I laughed. It was a bitter, ugly laugh. "You think hiding it is better. You think lying to me is better." He did not say anything. He just looked down at his hands. I had to ask. I had to know. The question was sitting on my heart like a heavy stone. "The necklace," I said. "She was wearing it." He looked up at me. His eyes were full of pain. "Sophie, I can explain." "Explain what?" I shouted. "Explain why you gave my mother's necklace to your new girlfriend. The necklace from her mother. The necklace that was supposed to be mine." Tears were streaming down my face again. I could not stop them. Did you forget about her? I cried. Did you forget about Mom so easily? No, he said. His voice was strong. No, Sophie, I will never forget your mother. I loved her more than anything. Then why? I asked. Why would you do this? He was quiet for a long time. The only sound was my crying. The kitchen felt small and hot. I felt like I was suffocating. Finally, he spoke. His voice was soft. It was full of sadness. The necklace Clara was wearing, he said. It is not your mother's necklace. I stopped crying. I looked at him. What was he saying? What do you mean? I asked. I saw it. It was the same one. It looks the same, he said. But it is not. It is a copy. A copy? I was so confused. A copy? Why would you have a copy of my mother's necklace? He walked over to the kitchen drawer. A drawer full of old things. Keys and pens and pieces of paper. He reached into the back of the drawer. He pulled something out. He walked back to me. He opened his hand. Inside his hand was the necklace. The silver necklace with the small blue stone. My mother's necklace. I gasped. I reached out and touched it. It was real. It was here. I looked from the necklace in his hand to his face. I did not understand. I don't understand, I whispered. If this is here, then what was she wearing? He sighed. It was a long, tired sigh. Sit down, Sophie, he said. There is something I need to tell you. It is a long story, and it is not an easy one. We sat down at the kitchen table, the same table where we ate dinner every night, the same table where my mother used to sit. The world felt like it was tilted. Nothing was straight. My father held the real necklace in his hand. He looked at it. I loved your mother, he began. When we were young, we were so happy. We had big dreams. We had you. Our life was perfect. He paused. He looked at me. But things change, Sophie. People change. When your mother got sick, he continued, it was hard. It was hard for her. It was hard for me. It was hard for you. We were all in pain. I nodded. I remembered the sadness, the quiet house, the feeling of waiting. Your mother, she was a proud woman, he said. She did not want me to see her weak. She did not want me to see her in pain. She started to push me away. What do you mean? I asked. She loved you. She did, he said. But her sickness changed things. We stopped talking, really talking. We lived in the same house, but we were in different worlds. She was in her world of pain. I was in my world of watching her. And I was so lonely. His words hurt my heart. I had never thought about his loneliness. I was so focused on my own sadness, on my mother's sickness. I never thought about what he was going through. I met Clara at work, he said. She was a friend, just a friend. She listened to me. I could talk to her about things I could not talk about at home. It was a relief to just talk to someone. I looked down at the table. I did not want to hear this, but I had to. It was wrong, he said. I know it was wrong. Your mother was sick. I should have been stronger. But I was weak. I was lonely. And Clara, she was kind to me. So you were seeing her while Mom was still alive. My voice was barely a whisper. He nodded slowly. His eyes were closed. Yes, he said. Not like you think. We did not. It was not a big affair. We had lunch sometimes. We talked. It was an escape for me. An escape from the sadness in this house. I felt sick again. My father, my good, quiet father, had a secret friend, a secret life. And the necklace, I asked. My voice was cold. He opened his eyes. He looked at me. Clara saw a picture of your mother on my desk at work. Your mother was wearing the necklace in the picture. Clara said it was beautiful. She said she had never seen anything like it. He took a breath. For her birthday, I wanted to buy her something special. I remembered how much she liked the necklace, so I took the real necklace to a jeweler. I asked him to make a copy, an exact copy. He pushed the real necklace across the table to me. This is your mother's, he said. It has never left this house. I gave Clara the copy. I picked up the necklace. It felt cool in my hand. It was the one, my mother's. It was safe. But I did not feel better. I felt worse. Why? I asked. Why would you copy her necklace? Her special, one-of-a-kind necklace. Why would you give it to another woman? It was a stupid mistake, he said. I see that now. At the time, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I wanted to share a piece of my life with Clara. A piece of the good times. The necklace represented the happy years with your mother. I think I wanted to feel that happiness again. It was selfish. It was foolish. And it was a terrible mistake. He looked at me. His eyes were pleading. I did not love your mother any less, Sophie. I was just lost and lonely. Can you understand that? I did not know what to say. I looked at the necklace in my hand. I thought about my father. I had always seen him as a simple man, a good husband, a good father. But now I saw someone else, a man who was lonely, a man who made mistakes, a man who was human. It was a disturbing revelation. My image of my parents, of their perfect love, was broken. My mother had been sick and pushing him away. My father had been lonely and seeking comfort elsewhere. Their story was not the simple fairy tale I had believed in. It was complicated. It was messy. It was real. After your mother passed away, he said quietly, I was destroyed. All I felt was guilt. Guilt for not being stronger. Guilt for being distant from her at the end. Guilt for my friendship with Clara. I stopped seeing Clara, he said. I told her I needed time. I needed to grieve. And I did. This past year, it has been the hardest year of my life. Just like it has been for you. I looked at him. I saw the lines on his face. He looked older than he was. He looked tired. A few months ago, I called her, he said. I was still lonely, Sophie. The house is so empty without your mother. I missed having someone to talk to. We started seeing each other again. Slowly. And I have feelings for her. She makes me feel less alone. He reached across the table and touched my hand. But you, Sophie, you are my daughter. You are the most important person in my life. I never, ever wanted to hurt you. Hiding this from you was wrong. I was a coward. I was afraid of this moment. I was afraid you would hate me. Hate him? I did not hate him. I was hurt. I was angry. I was confused. But he was my father. I loved him. I looked at the necklace in my hand. Then I looked at him. I saw a man who was not perfect. He had flaws. He had made a big mistake. But he was also a man who was in pain. A man who was trying to find a way to live again. Maybe you think I should have stayed angry. Maybe you think I should have shouted at him more. But in that moment, all I felt was a deep sadness. A sadness for my mother. A sadness for my father. A sadness for our broken little family. I need some time, I said. My voice was steady now. I need to think. He nodded. I understand, he said. Take all the time you need. I stood up. I took the necklace with me. I went to my room. I closed the door. I sat on my bed, holding the necklace. This small object had caused so much pain, but it was not the necklace's fault. It was just a thing. The pain came from people, from secrets, from mistakes. I thought about my mother. What would she want me to do? She was a kind woman, a forgiving woman. She loved my father, even when she was sick and in pain. She would not want us to be broken like this. She would want us to find a way to heal. Healing is a long process. It does not happen in one day. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes understanding. I did not talk to my father for a few days. We lived in the same house, but we were quiet. It was a different kind of quiet. It was not the quiet of grief. It was the quiet of thinking. I thought about everything he had told me. It was hard to accept, but it was the truth. Life is not always black and white. Sometimes it is gray. Good people can make bad choices. Love can be complicated. I realized that holding on to my anger would not help anyone. It would not bring my mother back. It would only destroy my relationship with my father. And he was the only family I had left. One evening, I went into the living room. He was sitting in his chair, just looking at the empty fireplace. I sat down on the floor near his chair. I was holding the necklace. "Father," I said. He looked at me. His eyes were hopeful, but also scared. "I have been thinking," I said. "What you did was wrong. It hurt me. And it would have hurt Mom." He nodded. "I know," he whispered. But I continued. "I am trying to understand. I know you were lonely. I know you were hurting too." I took a deep breath. "I don't want to be angry anymore," I said. "I want us to be a family again." Tears filled his eyes. He reached out and put his hand on my head. "Oh, Sophie," he said. His voice was thick with emotion. "I love you so much." "I love you too, Dad," I said. We sat there for a long time in the quiet room. It was a new beginning for us. It was not perfect. The scars were still there, but we were talking. We were trying. A few weeks later, my father asked me a question. "Clara would like to meet you," he said, "properly, if you are ready." Was I ready? I was not sure. The thought of seeing her again made my stomach feel tight. The image of her wearing the copy of the necklace was still in my mind. But I knew I had to do it. For my father. And maybe for myself too. I had to see this woman not as a monster, but as a person. We met for coffee, just the three of us. It was awkward at first. Clara looked nervous. She was not wearing the red dress. She was wearing simple jeans and a sweater. She was not wearing the necklace. She looked at me. Her eyes were kind. "Sophie," she said, "I am so sorry for the pain I have caused you. I never wanted to interfere in your family. Your father told me about the necklace. It was a beautiful gift, but he told me the story behind it. I gave it back to him. It was not right for me to have it. I was surprised. She had given it back. Your father loves you very much," she said. "He talks about you all the time, and he loved your mother. He told me so many wonderful stories about her. We talked for an hour. It was not easy, but it was not as bad as I thought it would be. Clara was nice. She was a normal person. She was not trying to replace my mother. She was just a woman who had fallen in love with a lonely man. Life is different now. My father is still with Clara. They are happy together. It is still strange for me sometimes, seeing him with someone else, but I am getting used to it. He smiles more. He laughs more. And that is a good thing. He and I are closer than ever before. We talk now. We really talk. About everything. We talk about my mother. We share memories of her. We are not afraid to say her name anymore. We are keeping her memory alive together. The revelation about my father and Clara was disturbing. It changed everything I thought I knew. But maybe it was something I needed to learn. I learned that my parents were not perfect. They were real people with real problems. I learned that love is not always simple. And I learned that forgiveness is possible. I still have my mother's necklace. I keep it in its wooden box. I take it out sometimes and hold it. It reminds me of her. It reminds me of her love. It reminds me of her strength. One day I will wear it. And maybe one day I will give it to my own daughter. I will tell her the story, the whole story, the happy parts and the sad parts, because that is what life is. It is a mix of everything. It is okay to feel sad. It is okay to feel angry. But it is also important to find a way to move forward, to heal, to love again. My journey was hard, but it made me stronger. And I know if you are going through a hard time, you can be strong too. You can get through it. Just take it one day at a time. And never forget the people you love. Their memory and their love will always be a part of you, just like my mother's necklace is a part of me.